Thank you. Thank you, Congressman, for taking my question, and thank you also for being here. My name is Dave Macinas. I'm from Corscoll, and before I ask my question, I support the ACA. I do not agree with your position. I'm going to change the subject, though. I want to ask, do you agree with President Trump that the New York Times, NBC News, ABC, CBS, and CNN are, quote, the enemy of the American people? No,
I don't agree with that. I think they're very biased. I think they're very biased. I think they're undermining their credibility with the American people because of that bias.
Hi, I'm from Mariposa. I want to thank you for coming and giving us this opportunity. And I will say, on the opposite position, I do not support the ACA. And my children, I had no problems getting into them. And my daughter had to wait 3 months just to get into our primary care physician, who we've had for probably 20 years. So, like that, but I now pay more than I used to pay. And I'm helping, I want to pay for everybody else who can't afford theirs, because I also have a child in college, and I have other expenses as well. So everybody needs to take care of themselves and pay their own money.
Once again, that has come through loud and clear in the last 4 election cycles.
Hi, my name is Lisa Light, and I am a resident of Mid-Pine for the past 30 years. And I also want to stay on record that I am in full support of the ACA, but I wanted to ask you today about public education. That's my main concern. And here in Mariposa, we're a small rural county. Our public schools are awesome, but we're underfunded. And I'm very concerned about Betsy DeVos as our new Secretary of Education. I grew up in Michigan and had the pleasure of having good schools there, and my family is still in Michigan. I see what Ms. DeVos has done to the public school system in Michigan, and I hope that doesn't happen here in California. So my question to you is that she's going to be proposing vouchers for private schools. What is your position on vouchers for taking public tax dollars out of the public school system and moving them into the private education system? And secondly, the other part of the question I have is that if the Trump administration threatens to withhold federal funds from California, what are you going to do to protect us?
I certainly support the idea of giving families the choice between failing public school and private school education. My daughter, by the way, is herself a teacher. She's entering the teaching profession in Brookings, Oregon. So I'm also very much committed to the public school system, but the best way I can think of to improve the public school system is to introduce competitive pressures for excellence. Ariel Durant asked the question, what makes Ford a good car? Chevrolet. Competition. The fact that there is somebody striving to offer a better quality of service, and the consumers then choose among those providers the one that best meets their needs. That's called freedom. It works, and it works well. The other question was federal aid.
Clear with the public schools. What about the second part of your question about if they try to withhold federal funds from California? Are you going to fight for us, or what can we expect from you if that comes out?
Well, it depends. For sanctuary cities, I do not believe that federal funds should go to any jurisdiction that refuses. people agree with that?
Thank you, Congressman McClintock, for being here at Mariposa. We appreciate it. In 2013, you introduced H.R. 934 in the House, which was designed to allow MID, the Merced Irrigation District, to raise the spillways at Lake McClure to a level of about 1 foot below the dam. And New Exchequer Dam and Oroville Dam are very similar in size and are in design and age. Their size is different. Given the recent disaster in Oroville, do you have any current views in regard to increasing the height of the spillway at Lake McClure? Are you thinking about reintroducing that bill? And are you willing to support instead some other solutions such as recycling or low-flow toilets or repairing leaky water systems?
First of all, the problem in Oroville had nothing to do with the spillway. It had to do with the spillway channel beneath the spillway. The main spillway that was perfectly capable of controlling the flood level developed a huge hole in the middle of it. They ramped back the releases, which pushed the lake level up and over the emergency spillway. The problem with that emergency spillway is nobody put in a concrete channel, so it was falling on barren earth and was threatening to undermine not the dam, but the spillway structure itself. I would want to be sure that at McClure we have concrete channels to assure that that doesn't occur here. But that simple change, which would increase the lake level, I believe, about 10 feet, as I recall, would conserve somewhere between 17 and 30,000 acre-feet of water, which is desperately needed. So I think that spillway does need to be raised. I support its being raised. I haven't decided whether to introduce legislation on that this year, given all the other priorities that we have.
Thank you very much, Congressman McClintock, for coming. My name is Peter Lino, resident over in Oakhurst, retired teacher. And although there may be a few people in the room that didn't vote for Donald Trump, I think that one of the things that I think in this new administration that people did look forward to was the idea of trying to get more a cleaner political environment in Washington. On either side, I think people are looking forward to that. And one of the concerns I had, and I've expressed this to your aide a few weeks ago in Oakhurst, is the idea that some of the actions we've seen recently don't seem like we're moving in that direction. The one I saw most recently, there was House Resolution, I think it was 41, which was changing Dodd-Frank, repealing part of the rulemaking there so that oil and gas companies, resource companies, when they do business in foreign countries, under Dodd-Frank, they were required to report the money that they were paying in order to do business overseas. And you voted yes to change that rule so they no longer have to report that. And I just find that concerning. I feel like we're watching, all of us. We want to see that we're moving in the right direction. Thank you very much for your answer.
Again, a lot of those regulations are hampering the ability of the economy. One of the clear mandates that we have is to roll back the regulations that are choking off the American economy.
Hi, Congressman. First, I want to start by thanking you for voting yes on H.R. 7 to not have taxpayer funding paid for abortions. Thank you so much. Generations of us babies will have a chance at life now because of what we're doing. To my question now, and by the way, Obamacare was designed to fail so that a single payer could be ushered in, so you really should think about this. Your healthcare experience would be like the DMV. We know that. question is about the sanctuary cities. Would you be in charge, or would you be supportive of possible legislation that would specifically name the city as liable civilly for a victim's family to sue them if the illegal immigrant... Okay, I'm talking. So it's similar to with Kate Steino. And if the illegal immigrant was in custody and the sanctuary city chose not to notify ICE or follow federal law, then he committed or she committed a murder or a crime, I want those families to be able to sue the city. The city made the choice, the city needs to pay the money, and I'm wondering if there could be congressional legislation that would allow that.
I love that idea. It's the first I've heard of it. I don't know what the parameters would be getting into our constitutional arrangement, but if it could be constitutionally done, I'd certainly support it. This whole notion that a state or a city whose leaders disagree with federal law can simply defy that law, that is a doctrine that we haven't seen really in this country since the antebellum South under John C. Calhoun, this doctrine of nullification. This is rearing its head again, and it is extremely destructive to the rule of law and to the Constitution that has kept us free.